much for listening to the JOYFull podcast. My name is Ethan Sherritt, and in a time of need, I went seeking inspiration anywhere I could find it. And what I saw was that there's a massive movement towards mindfulness, yoga, self-improvement, self-accountability, martial arts, eating better, learning, sharing, staying positive. This is a revolution, and I've made it my mission to advance that because the world has a lot of problems, but a more mindful, empathetic, and aware society that we're actually creating right now in a positive way, full of love. This is going to guide us up from some of those troublesome distractions that we actually think are problems, but they're trivial distractions. The mindfulness revolution is going to make those disappear so that we can all start tackling real complex issues with more harmony. Thank you so much for listening to the JOYFull podcast. First of all, you got to be cool to even agree to do. Be like, yeah, I'll come talk to you, dude.
You know, because it was funny. I told somebody, and it was like, wait, that's kind of random. I was like,
yeah. Try it.
Something like that on this.
Yeah. Do something. It's going to be totally different than what I do. First of all. Have I gotten good, people, or what? No, welcome to the podcast. That wasn't me playing, that was Darnell, today's co-host. Cool.
What's up, man? Appreciate you inviting me on here.
Thanks, man. We've been talking just for a couple minutes, and this is the first time we actually got to meet. Have you played one of those before?
Actually, I have. Not one exactly like this, but I do play the congos, so
okay.
I'm familiar with it.
So, like a single one drum?
Actually, like a row of them. So you got one congo that sounds a little different from this one. That sounds a little different from this one.
Okay.
Sort of like you heard of go-go?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
like up in DC.
Yeah, exactly.
How does a congo come into that?
You like. So like the bass beat will be like, and then the congos will come in like, yeah, see, and it automatically makes people vibe.
All I know is DJ Cool.
Okay, that's a form of go-go.
But I know that it's cool when people like regions have their own, like a region. Like when you say go-go. Yeah, people DC, are thinking DC for some reason, Baltimore, DC.
That's where it came up. I think that's where it kind of like originated. They used to throw go-go parties all the time, but I think they had to start shutting it down because it would get a little too rowdy.
Yeah. All right, so this is Darnell. I know him as Music Forever. One of the cool things I've mentioned doing on this podcast is meeting people and, talking to, just whoever is willing to have a conversation, because sometimes when I flip on a podcast, that's all I want to hear. It's somebody who's not me talking and seeing what they have to say, seeing what they have to share, especially when it's somebody who I know for a fact from following on Instagram is just a positive guy who's like sharing and I don't know, I guess going places.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Now you put me on a pedestal. Now I feel like I gotta do something.
Everybody's on a pedestal, especially you, man. Yeah. So, thanks. That was an awesome freaking drum intro. You did some techniques I'm gonna have to definitely practice. Just like, what was he doing with his hands?
Oh yeah, I can show you a little something.
Right.
I'm better at the drums,
with
set.
actual drumsticks.
Yeah. I started playing probably about 10, 11 years old. Kind of just by ear, watching people and pick it up.
All right, nice. Make sure you're close to the thing so we don't be like, oh man, all people could hear was me. Freaking awesome. Do you ever do like anything Latin? Because what you're talking about, the congos, that's big in Latin music too.
Yeah, they do have a lot of congos in Latin music.
Right?
No, I don't really play Latin music as much, but you know, if you know when you vibing, see, I dance too, so I like all aspects of dance. You know, hip hop. I might throw on some salsa and get it popping one time. But
yes, dude,
Latin music is definitely I can rock it.
That's when I'll take this out sometimes and put it on. Well, in Los Angeles, there were cool stations that would have it on all the time. KXLU would have it on Sundays, and they would play music that I didn't know where they got it from, but it was definitely salsa, Caribbean salsa.
Yeah, and merengue and all that.
Yeah, merengue. And I would play this and just kind of like try to be one of the people playing. And I love doing that. I still do it. Yeah. So the whole point of this, man, is basically share. Nothing more.
All right.
Yeah. Anything you have to say?
Well, what do you want to know? What you want to know about little old me?
Little old me.
The old country kid from Mechanicsville, Virginia. You know?
Wow. That's where you are now. What did mom and dad do?
Yeah, well, I actually grew up in the same house all my life till I was probably about 26, 27. Normal jobs.
Same house?
It's crazy. Like I don't really know a lot of people who grew up in the same house all their life. A lot of people I knew kind of bounced around, lived in 50 different houses.
Yeah.
I
went to a lot of schools.
Yeah, see, most people I know, they moved around a lot. But
that's interesting because I was going to say, like in my notes, I was like, what am I going to ask that I've noticed? I thought you were from Texas. You're not from Texas?
Nah.
Why would I think that?
I have no idea, other than the fact that I'm a Cowboys fan.
All right, maybe that's it. I guess Cowboys fans aren't from everywhere, or can be from everywhere.
Oh, Cowboys fans are everywhere. I've learned that over the years. It's actually more Cowboys fans in D.C. than Redskins fans.
That's just something's not right about that.
It's
Come
crazy.
on, Redskins.
Yeah, I can dig it.
All right, so and that house that you're talking about is in this area, Central Virginia, in Mechanicsville, Richmond.
Yes.
That's cool. All right. So, man, do you travel and like go visit people in other states or something a lot?
Yeah, well, I got friends in other places. Actually, my best friend lives in Texas.
Okay.
In Houston.
Okay.
Houston last year we went to Dallas to catch a game.
Yeah.
But I went out there to see him for a little while. Yeah, I got friends out and my girl's from California, so
yeah,
we've been to California. Going to Florida next week, to be honest.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, try to get around a little bit.
Yeah,
see different places.
But you grew up right around here. I'm new here, so what was it like growing up around here? What was it like? Being a kid.
Yeah,
a lot of brothers and sisters, or what?
Nah, just me. Got one sister.
Okay.
She's 3 years younger than me, so.
Okay.
At some point, I was the only child. At one point, you don't get along with your younger sibling until you get a little older.
Yep. Yeah.
So
which is cool, right?
Yeah. Once you got older, and we could start kind of relating on some things, and it got a little. Yeah. It's a little different.
I dig it. You posted something about a workout at a gym up there. I was like, what? This dude's from Texas, and now he's here. It turns out you're not from Texas. But
I actually posted a video from American Family Fitness. I actually just joined there. and they have one by VCC.
Yeah.
So that's the one I've been going to lately.
Okay.
Probably been back down here roughly about 2-3 months.
All right, nice. So childhood was cool.
Oh yeah, childhood was definitely interesting. I lived in more of a, I guess you could say, more country area. I wasn't really a city kid, so I was an outside baby a lot. I was always outside playing. It was more secluded than living in the city, and you see people everywhere you go. And I'll say the one disadvantage about where I was at was when it would snow. And, most of my friends lived on this side of town, and they live in neighborhoods, and so they can just kind of click up when it snows and stuff. And I was kind of like all the way over here, so when it snowed, I was kind of like missed out on all the action.
That's one thing I've learned. You might want to have a little bit of land around you, or you might have a house that's out a little bit in the woods, right?
Yeah.
But that's not getting plowed until everything else is plowed.
Oh yeah, we're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to snow plowing and stuff like that. So we kind of got to be patient,
I wonder when they're gonna plow that. So you'd miss school for like 2 days at a time for a snowstorm.
Oh yeah, school cancelings was great because
same here.
They canceled school for anything. Well, it's funny out here. It wasn't so bad. Now, after I was grown and stuff, but moving out north, I noticed they closed schools for everything. If they think it's gonna be bad weather, not if it's gonna. If they think it's gonna be bad weather, they close. It's like we had blizzards, and they're like, "Nah, we think you can make it."
Okay. Yeah, growing up in Colorado, that's where I went to like middle school and high school.
Oh, you grew up in Colorado?
A little bit, yeah. Well, I said I was born in San Diego, but by the time, military families, they move around.
Okay, yeah. That friend that I told you about that lives in Texas, he actually used to live in Aurora area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Colorado, but not right in Denver.
That's what I'm.
Denver's one of those sprawled out cities now that's like, if you're not talking to somebody from Northern Virginia, you just say DC.
Yeah,
it could be in any one of those.
And see, that's kind of how it is. If you don't know Mechanicsville, I just kind of say Richmond. Because most people look at you like, where is that?
Yeah. And, it's one of those areas. It's everything. The cool thing about Richmond is every one of those little towns is really easy to get to. Now, you live in Denver, it's going to take you all day to get from, like, Aurora to, I don't know, Littleton or something like that. So here, you can get all across town really quick.
Yeah, I feel like Richmond's just so small. It's a smaller city compared to a lot of other cities. So.
Yeah. Brought up religious?
Baptist, went to church every day. That's kind of how I got into the drums.
Yeah.
I used to just watch the drummer at my church, and then I kind of liked it, so I would just literally just sit and watch him play and kind of just picked it up like that. If you ask me to read music, I'm going to look at you like you're crazy because I don't know how. But everything off of ear, I can play.
So if you're going to play at church and they want a certain song, how do you it's just up to you what that percussion is going to be?
No. Well, if it's a certain song, then we'll either have a rehearsal or sometimes I'll literally just pick it up off the keyboard player. So the keyboard player will start.
That's where it comes in.
And then I'll just come in and just play off of him. And
based on what makes sense.
Yeah, just wing it. Just.
Well, that shows that's some years put into that. You said when you were 11 you started?
Yeah, I was probably about 9, 10.
Okay. Dude, you gotta, so that's every Sunday type of thing now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I started playing. Well, I took over when he left and still there.
Nice. Is it a big church?
Relatively smaller church. Not the smallest church, but it's not the biggest church. So one of those in the middle type of situations.
Not a mega church.
Yeah, exactly.
Does is there a big screen where you can see the preacher because you're
so
far
away?
Yeah.
We ain't got one of those. Okay. We kind of up close and personal.
All right. Yeah, I've been to small ones, and I went to this one time in Colorado where it was like you were going in to see a game of, like, I don't know.
Yeah, you like
NBA
church or
you're like, which gate do I go in? Which section is my seat in? Seriously, there are churches that have like that big of a stadium.
Yeah, they actually have one off of Creighton. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a huge church. I don't know if I'm at church or a game. I'm confused.
Right. This is going to be a game. This is going to be an NBA game. Yeah, speaking of NBA, did you play any sports in high school?
Oh, yeah. I was a basketball, football, and track guy.
That's a lot, man. That's a busy dude.
Yeah, I was a triathlete, so I kept my parents pretty busy with practices and games and all that good stuff.
All right. Because you put on, man, what I had said was that I know you from Instagram. Your Instagram posts are like inspirational.
Oh, man.
People have to follow Music Forever on Instagram.
Oh, man.
I hope you get like a couple more people following you. Yeah, because it'll be like, just how far you ran, it's a Sunday. People are thinking like go out to brunch and drink margaritas all day, but you're like, no, putting in work.
Yeah, man.
Sunday, yeah.
It's crazy. I wasn't even a long distance person in high school. I hated long distance with a passion. If my coach told me to run long distance, I would look at him like, no, you run long distance. I was a sprinter.
This is the worst thing you want to do, right?
Oh, man, I hated it, like, with a passion.
Yeah.
And then I guess as I got older, I would just get into it. I actually ran a half marathon.
You ran a half? Nice.
Yeah, it was probably about 2 years ago out in D.C.
Mm-hmm.
It was my first one. It was just by accident. Somebody I knew couldn't run. They'd already paid, so they asked me, and I'm like, sure. Never done it before ever, but, give it a try.
Yeah.
And then my first longest run, I ran 11 miles. So I'm like, okay, man, I think I can do it. It's just 2 more miles. But, yeah, that was interesting because it rained the entire time.
What?
Yes. And I'm not talking like drizzle. I mean like pouring, raining the whole race.
Oh, my goodness.
So, and then after the race, we're trying to get an Uber and stuff because it's D.C., so it's packed. It's crazy. It took us 2 hours to get an Uber, so I'm standing outside in the rain after running 13 miles.
Your feet were probably like...
I had, my feet were cussing me out. Let's just say that. My feet were like, yo, this ain't going to work. We got to sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
But it was interesting.
If you walk 1 mile in the rain, your feet feel horrible. Well, good job, man.
I actually want to do a whole marathon.
Twice that far?
Well, a whole marathon is 26 miles.
Yeah, it's twice a half marathon.
Yeah, so...
can you imagine if somebody right at the end of it was like, now can you do that again?
Yeah, I might have a few choice words for them after that. But, yeah, and it's crazy because when I ran the half, you could either go left or right. If you were going left, it's for the people that was doing the half. You go right for the people that was doing the whole. Uh-huh. And I'm looking at them like, how are you still going? Because I'm barely making it to make it through this finish line for this half, and they just still going like,
dang,
only
man.
13 more to go. And I'm like, you know what, you can have that. But I actually want to.
Someday, though.
Yeah. That's on my bucket list.
Do you ever run out here? One of the reasons I chose to live here is because of that path right there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
When we leave, I'll point down to it. It's awesome. I love running on that.
I actually you've been down to, what they call it, the Rocks. It's called Bell Island. Yeah. They call it the Rocks. They got trails all out there.
I've only done that one trail that goes kind of around.
Yeah.
You can do that over and over again, or...
Yeah, sometimes I like to run the rocks just to throw in an extra little workout, just make it fun.
Up to the top of the little peak there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't tried that for a while.
Yeah, man, anything for a workout. I'm a workout fanatic.
Cool. Yeah. When did that start?
Well, I've always been into working out because once I started getting serious with the sports, like middle school, I was working out. And then high school, it was just, what you did. And then I actually went to college and didn't even touch a weight. It was funny, my work study class was in a weight room, and I still didn't touch a weight. Kind of just lived the college life, so to speak. And then,
where was college?
I went to Ferrum College. That's out in Roanoke, Virginia. And then I actually transferred to VCU from there. and then went to VCU for like a year and some change. Didn't finish, but yeah, it's one of them stories.
Okay.
But so after VCU, I think that's when I jumped back into it. I was probably about 2021. And then after that, it just took off. Like it's like a drug. I can't function unless I'm working out.
Dude, your posts are like they're like Nike needs to start paying you.
Hey, you know what? I said the same thing. If Nike can
brand
ever
ambassador right here, or some other brand, you know, Lulu, you know, Under Armour, somebody.
Hey, look, Under Armour, Nike, give me a call.
Yeah.
That would be great because I'll be a great Nike sponsor.
Because you do your own graphics.
Yeah.
Because they're like, it's not just like me, Jim. It's like a whole inspirational message, and people keep texting me.
That's all good.
It's like a whole inspirational message with like what you did at the gym, telling people just do it. Usually a toothpick.
Oh yeah, gotta have that. Man.
Oh, you have one now?
Gotta. It's my trademark, and it's funny. People always ask me, "Why do you have a toothpick?" I don't know. It's just like it's one. Cool, It's one of them unspoken. Just
you're not
things.
Trying to quit smoking or something like that.
No, it's just my thing.
Yeah.
I think everybody just has one of them things that you just do, and people. It's kind of like unexplainable, but it's just that. Yeah.
It's my thing. It's one of my things. What about dance, dude? That's what I reckon. I'll show it to my son. I'll show him like, look at this dance.
Yeah, man. Dancing.
Yeah, when did you say like, all right, I'm gonna post me like working out some song for 1 minute on Instagram? When did you start doing that? Like a year ago, 2 years ago?
Oh, well, probably once I got into Instagram and stuff. Like I've always been into dancing. I've been into dancing ever since I was in like middle schoolish.
Okay.
When it was cool and girls liked it and stuff, they know you can dance. Hey, ooh.
And what are you dancing to back then?
Anything.
Because you're like 10 years younger than me. So, yeah,
I guess the hottest music that was out back then. I remember going to like the school dances after the football games and stuff, and the dancing was a cool thing. So it's like one of the things where like I'm one of the people who I look at stuff and then I kind of just like watch it and just kind of pick it up. So I just watch music videos and my favorite artists and dance, and that's kind of how I got into it, and it's one of the things that never left. And it's funny, my pops, I think I get it from him. Because I remember it'd be times we would come home when I was small, and he would be in the living room just dancing for hours. Nobody in there, just him. No, just the music on.
I love it.
Just dancing for no reason. And we used to look at him like, you okay? And now I find myself doing it. So I'm like, okay, now I see where I get it from. But
see, if for no other reason that this is already a hit, because somebody now knows that they're not alone. Your pops is in there dancing.
Oh no, you're not alone out there. Just let you know,
people,
hey,
turn it on.
You out there just in your bathroom, in your living room, in your room. It don't matter. Awesome. Just with the music on, just getting it popping. We not judging.
What's some of the music you can remember from that?
From
like your home and your dad's like, you know what? I've been working all day. Did he work all day?
Yeah, and that's the crazy part. Like he would go work all day.
Yeah.
Come home, have time to play basketball for hours, and then he'd go in the living room and then dance. So like he was real high energy. Yeah. And that's the same way I am. So I think obviously that's probably where I got it from.
Yes.
I'm like a child. Like I feel like I gotta be like put to sleep. Like I gotta run myself to death all day until I'm tired. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, people look at me like, you're not human. And sometimes I just agree with them. You know what? I don't think so either.
No, man, you are, and that's the thing. Like when people say like that's how you should be, what's your secret, man? Because when people don't do that, when people don't feel like, man, I want to move, I want to dance, I want to get involved in something. When people don't, that's what's not human, right?
Yeah, I think.
Don't you feel like that?
Don't you
feel like in touch with yourself more when you're like doing stuff?
I feel like you should want to do more. Like you should want to like just figure out what you're good at. Be more active. I feel like even right now, when I can't sit down for 5 minutes without saying, okay, let's go do this. Like, and you know, some people will be like, I need to rest, or I need to take a break, or I need to, which is cool, but I'm one of them get up and go type of people. Like, I'm not functioning right unless I'm doing something. Like, I would probably be the worst person to hire at a desk job. Like, it's no way I could do a desk job. I've had one or two, and you know, I can't sit at the desk for too long because I'm over here and I'm over here, and I got to go do something over here, and I'm like, this is killing me.
It doesn't make sense to have a desk job when you want to move and interact and do and be involved, right?
Exactly.
So, what kind of job would be good? I assumed that you're teaching people how to dance, that you're in one of these dance studios, honestly.
Well, actually, you know what?
Because I've noticed getting better, dude. And I really like dance too. I was a dance teacher for a number of years.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, yeah. And not hip hop, but everything is dance. It's moving, and it's like the technique is just, and me, like I'm at night, you know, I will exactly like put on my God, Michael Jackson, you know, or anything. I posted this really silly thing on YouTube not too long ago, and it was just like, it was world music, right? Like beats, like a djembe and you know, stuff like that. It was really cool, but then lullaby, like the next song on like my shuffle was like a lullaby for my son who was just going to sleep. And so it's like this interpretive imagine dancing to like but like you're not going to stop, but a lullaby comes on, and so you're still making the story,
right?
Dance
to anything,
because you do the like kind of story dance. You know Storyboard P?
I've actually heard that name before.
Yeah, dude, you're like getting to that level. Like, look up Storyboard P.
You know what? I really don't consider myself that good at dancing. I've seen so many like dancers that like you look at them, you like, how did you do that? Like, I've seen some of the most amazing dancing that when it comes to me, I'm like, I'm decent, I'm okay.
It's fun.
Yeah. I just like to dance.
Okay.
I've taught, you know. I'm more of a freestyler, like choreo. I haven't really learned a lot of choreo. Everything I do is kind of like just freestyle, just go off the top.
Who was that girl that was, is that your girlfriend?
No, it's actually my sister. You mean the one video when we were...
when you had choreography,
And I made that up on the spot, actually.
Okay.
Just trying to get better at working on choreo.
So she was doing what you were doing?
Yeah.
That's a good trick.
Yeah,
it makes it seem like, hey.
The place we were at, it was actually in Richmond out here. I can't remember the name of it. But it's a little dance studio. And sometimes just go work out. Something to do, you know.
All right. Good to know. Dance studio in Richmond. Somebody just told me the other day that there's like some places that put together like, I don't know, people go to see dance really, but you know?
Yeah, well,
it's more for the dancer.
It's one of them things. It's hard to like go to places where you can actually watch people dance unless it's like a show for dancing or something.
Yeah.
But
it's good to know that people do it around here. And,
yeah. It's funny, like nowadays you don't see it. Like if you go to the clubs and stuff like that, you don't really see people dancing as much. Which when I grew up, that's all we did. Like as soon as I get in there, I'm dancing till the lights come on. But like nowadays, you know, you gotta go to certain places to really be around people that's into dance like that. But,
I wonder why that is. I have a theory.
I think it's big in California too. Dancing is huge in California.
Yeah. There's some cool.
A lot of dancers I follow that they just happen to live in California.
All right, you gotta send some of them my way just so I can follow them too.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That's cool. So that's dance, man. And you're not doing that. What are you doing now?
As far as...
Yeah, like have you found that thing that's like a good job for you? Are you still looking?
Yeah, well, as far as job-wise, it's kind of like, you know, work a job.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten to that point where I'm doing what I love to do on a daily basis. That's kind of the goal.
Yeah.
trying to accomplish. But yeah, I'm into so much stuff. Like I said, I play the drums. Actually record music too. I rap.
How does that go?
I actually got a song on iTunes that I just put out not too long ago, probably about a week ago.
All right.
But yeah, I got a little studio set up in my house.
What would that be under the name, Darnell?
Yeah, I go by DC. I usually get my beats from different producers, but as far as like recording and all that stuff, like and writing, I write my own music, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trying to explore some of these talents.
But I will.
Yeah, iTunes, Spotify, it's on YouTube.
Okay, just DC.
Well, if you go to YouTube and just type in Darnell Cosby, it'll pop up.
Okay.
And DC on like Spotify and iTunes.
So now, when I said, I feel silly sometimes asking like, what do you do? Because you're like, I've worked jobs when I need to.
Yeah, it's kind of one of them situations. You need money, you got to work type stuff.
Yeah.
So.
I'm kind of like trying to do the, I definitely have a job right now doing like real estate management, and, you know, I have fun with that as much as I can, but I try to learn from it. But it's always like this examination of, all right, where is this going? What am I doing? Like, so it's almost like zeroing in on it, you know? And I'm a little bit older. It's taken me a while.
Hey, but you still got time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about the timing of it at all. But it is cool to see, like, all right, what are my interests? What do I like to do? And what have I learned that can help me do that, and how can this help that, right? How can that help this? And it's almost like I really enjoy whatever on earth that's going to lead to.
Yeah. I don't know exactly where it's going, but you know it's going somewhere.
Yeah. Let me make sure I never go backwards on any of those things, and try to learn more and more about what I actually dig on in all. It's kind of like three things, actually. So I do some of the real estate with apartments and properties and stuff like that. That's the job. Podcasting and acting.
Okay.
So that's kind of the three things. Can those be?
Now, how to put those together?
I don't know.
That's the goal we're trying to accomplish now.
But you know, that's the kind of like self-examination. What's your like inspiration, man? Do you listen to any podcasts? Read any? Have you read? Like, one of my things I was going to ask you is books. What books do you like? Do you like books? Man.
You know what?
Audiobooks?
I am not the biggest reader.
Okay.
And you know, it's funny. I can get into audiobooks. I can get into listening, because then I can like kind of multitask while I do that. When it comes to just reading, I suck at it. Oh man, it's just like, because I think I tell people I diagnose myself with ADHD because
self-diagnosed.
I can't sit down and save my life. So when it comes to just sitting and reading a book, oh man, I can remember times in school when the teacher's like, "Read this." I'm like, "Why are you doing this to us?"
Yes.
The last thing I want to do is be reading. Maybe sleep, but reading.
Makes you go. You know, I gotta remember that. I've had insomnia lately. I gotta just start reading something I don't want to read.
Man,
maybe that'll put me to sleep.
Oh yeah, trust me, that'll do it.
No, audiobooks are considered reading. If you listen to an audiobook, you can tell somebody I just read a book.
Okay.
That's legal now.
Yeah, I was I like inspirational type just quick messages type things, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, like not the biggest reader, but you know,
I've been putting them on Spotify. So if you have like a radio station, Spotify's a good freaking platform.
Oh yeah,
man.
It's definitely a good platform.
Goodness, that thing is useful to me. I think I'm on Spotify now with this thing, just because they take all podcasts and they put it on Spotify now.
Oh wow, I didn't know you could put podcasts.
I didn't do it. They did. Like somehow they sucked it up from wherever, from iTunes or whatever, and now it's out on Spotify too. So I don't know how to.
Crazy.
There's almost like too many ways to like promote it. So I'm just like, how about this? I'll just try to do it, and however it can go out there. That's how it'll go out there.
Oh yeah, that's dope. Yeah, like I said, my song is on Spotify.
All right.
So yeah, check that out.
I brought the speaker, so we'll put it on after. You tell me about it.
Yeah, man. I draw. I've always been into art. I'll say drawing is probably the one thing that I do that can kind of like sit me down. I can, clear my head and I'm just calm and not doing a lot of moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been drawing for a good little while. Usually I draw tattoos for people.
Okay.
It's another way I make a little money on the side. So.
You got tattoos?
Yeah, I got a few. Got a couple.
Nice.
One that says faith. This is kind of probably one of my favorite ones. It says Carpe Diem.
Yes.
It's kind of like my reminder to seize the day, which is probably why you see so many Instagram posts of me doing all kinds of stuff.
Seizing the day.
Exactly. That's days. Like I think I like to ask myself at the end of each day, did I take advantage of that day? Like if this was my last day, did I go out with a bang? Or at least did I do all the things that I could have done in that one day? And if I didn't, this tattoo is kind of a reminder of that.
I like it, man. Where did that start? Was that always with you, like from your dad, or was that something that was like?
Yeah, well, that mindset.
How long you had that?
Oh, I probably had the tattoo probably about 4 years.
Yeah, but when did the mindset take hold? Kind of.
I've always kind of, I guess you low key had that mindset because like in 24 hours, I'm like, what can I do? What can I get done?
Yeah.
But I think it probably hit me about 4 years ago, and we all get them days where, you kind of just sluggish and you don't really want to do nothing. And you kind of like, forget this. And then that's when this kind of tattoo kind of comes in play because then it's like, you know what? It's a reminder. No, I can't do that. Okay. Let's get up. Let's do something.
You got to give yourself a break every now and then, right? Like you can't, like you're not, if you like get zero, do you ever have a day when you got zero done? There is nothing that you could be like, I'm glad I did that today.
You know what?
Those days
I could say yeah, but I'd probably be lying.
Oh my gosh, nice. All right.
It's crazy. Well, I have them days where I'll do less than this day, but to do nothing, I don't know how to do that.
It's been a while for me too. And that's why I wanted to know when that set in, because I wanted to know if there was like a phase of life. I do. Maybe in my late 20s, early 30s. I remember definitely late 20s. Maybe that's a lot of people. Like, what was I? Was I fine just not doing anything?
Yeah,
like I watched a TV show and then I ate something and then I watched a movie and then I don't know, and then I hung out and watched a football game. Like,
now,
there was a lot of not doing anything.
College, if any moment of my life, oh my gosh. Like, I had moments where I didn't even get out my dorm. I didn't even leave the dorm. Oh, you said no class today?
Yeah.
Bet. I would even tell people, if you need me, I'm in my room because I'm not moving today, all day. Just find me here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little rare nowadays, but especially college, oh man. That was my do nothing years.
The do nothing years. Yeah, it's funny, man. What about video games? You play those?
You know what? I've never been a big gamer. That's one thing, and that goes. Like, I was the type of person where we could be in the house playing a game, and I'm like, it could be a basketball game. And I'm like, no, let's go outside and play basketball. Like, I'd rather be playing than actually sitting playing a video game. Mm-hmm. I think the last gaming system I had was PlayStation 2. And that was literally only because a friend gave it to me and was like, here, you need something. Yeah. He just had 2. But other than that, the last thing that I actually bought was the first PlayStation. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's pretty much as far as I done got in the whole gaming world. Now you got the PlayStation 30.
Right. They're crazy these days.
It's crazy, the whole gaming thing, these new games, and
that industry's not going anywhere.
Oh, it's definitely not.
It's there.
Sometimes I wish. I don't know. It's not that I get bored playing video games. It's just like once I'm playing it, especially if it's a sports game. If it's a sports game, I'm like, nah, let's go outside. I'd rather just play it. It's just, you know. Yep. But I'll play here and there if, you know, just something to do if I got a little time to spare before I go do something else.
But that's not, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, I know gamer. Like, I know people who is like, nah, I'm shutting down life right now. This game is it's more important. I'm like, hey, okay.
That's interesting. Do you have friends that don't have the same interests, or you got like who are your friends?
Most of the people that I hang with kind of into the same things. Stuff. You know, cool. I'm more so
do you have a producing partner?
Well, I got some people that I know that's into it that I've worked with, so I'm kind of just getting back into the swing of that and getting up with them because once we moved, I was in transition trying to get the house straight that we was living in, so I was kind of just had the music on the back burner. Yeah. So I just actually picked it back up and getting in contact with those people. But I got a few people as far as the music and got a few people as far as the workout. So like I know people that's into working out. So like I'll contact them people when, you know, it's working out, and I know people that's into music. So, you know, I get up with them people when it's, you know, I'm in music mode. But a lot of the times I'm like a social loner. Like you'll catch me by myself a lot. Like,
interesting.
I'll go to the gym by myself. I'll go anywhere by myself.
But that's cool because you're actually like, you know, sharing like cool stuff on Instagram, and it's very, very like branded. It's not just like all over the map, and that's why I was like brand ambassador would be cool because it's a pretty good brand.
Oh yeah,
that would be dope. It's like workout. It's it's like get involved in cool stuff, music. You gotta put some drumming on there.
You know what? I do have some drumming videos. They just probably you just gotta scroll. Okay. I'm actually start posting a lot more musical stuff. Once I you know, get my schedule and my life together and stuff. Definitely gonna start posting more.
Yeah, I think I actually moved 3 months ago. It takes a while to set up shop when you move.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting. And the house that we're staying in right now, it was a little older house, so it was a little fixer-upper.
Oh yeah, what have you been doing?
Oh, I tiled the bathroom, laid some carpet down, I've painted.
Get out of here. Wow, all right. Cool.
Yeah, I've been kind of like Tim the Two-Man Taylor for a little while over here and there. But just you know,
cool.
Trying to get back into my element. Yeah. Now, as far as working out, I can do that anywhere. I don't need a gym. I don't need anything to work out. I think that's the best thing about working out. Working out and music, I think, are the best at just anything, because if you think about it, you don't need anything to do that. You can work out with no equipment. When it comes to music, you can make music without instruments. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have somebody beatbox while somebody, sings or does something. You know what I'm saying? You don't need anything to. I think that's the best part about music and art and stuff like that.
Yes. Amen. I've been doing a lot of just workout with no gym. I went to a gym yesterday and joined.
Okay, what
for
gym?
A free membership, like a week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it turns out, like, I wanted to check it out. It's Gold's in the museum, the fan.
Okay,
area.
Yeah. I used to be a member at Gold's before I moved up north.
Okay. Gold's in California was really not in LA. The one I was at was pretty nice. And no, that was at LA Fitness.
Y'all have LA Fitness.
Yeah, that was
because there's an LA Fitness. We actually
I got spoiled with this high dollar one that I was going to for a while. Spoiled. It was really clean. Nice.
LA Fitness is one of those. It's one of those high dollar kind of like.
The difference is the cleanliness. Always smelled good in there. There's like an army of people always like vacuuming, throwing stuff away, spraying stuff down. But like, I guess I always appreciate it. I was like, that's what I'm paying for.
That's pretty much what it is. Probably the extra amenities on top of the cleanliness of like the place.
Yeah.
The more expensive is probably gonna be a little more, on the neater and cleaner side.
So when I went to yesterday, I was like, nah, I'm sorry. I'm going back to just running, yoga at home.
So how much do you run?
I run a lot. I run several times a week. I've never done a 13. I've put in a couple of over 10-mile days.
Okay.
But I did 5K. I did a little 5K on Sunday.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Actually, because I use
cool.
the Nike app, and there's a thing on there called Just Do It Sunday. And that's kind of where I got my inspiration from, to run every Sunday, run a 5K every Sunday, no matter what. Doesn't matter what time I get home. Doesn't matter, if rain, sleet, snow. If I can find somewhere to run, I'm going to get that 5K. And it's kind of helps me stay consistent with, it's good with staying consistent with things. Like, no matter what, I'm going to get this done.
Okay.
So it's kind of like one of the things I just picked up and now I do it. That's probably one of the posts you've seen.
Yep, just do
I
it
run
Sundays.
every Sunday. Mm-hmm. I probably run almost every day, but I make sure I run on Sundays.
At least 5K on Sunday.
Yeah.
I tweaked my knee like a month ago, so I've been taking it easy, and so this 5K was kind of getting back into it. I'm slowly get back into it,
Yeah, the knees are the worst thing because my knees get sore every so often.
Yeah.
So I have to wear knee braces or like a knee sleeve or something like that.
Yeah, I got me a brace, and it means I can't.
It's the only thing with running. It's a lot of stress on the knees and the joints. But.
And I like to run on paths. I like trails too, but there's a lot of cool paths, like that cement path, or it's paved.
Yeah.
But it goes through the country. It goes up and down hills. It's paved. It's like a bike path.
Yeah.
I think bike path running is cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. So what else, man? What else can we share? This has been really cool. I think that you're a cool, inspiring person to follow and watch, man.
Oh, man. I try to do what I can, what I'm saying, to
Carpe diem.
Inspire everybody, or at least one person a day, I guess.
All right, well, you can mark down, inspired somebody today. Cool. I think we're good, dude. Anything else?
Oh, man, I'm good.
Take us out, man.
You want to know?
No, that's cool.
Hey.
Oh, cool.